Depending on the character's roles, some liberties to keep the plot moving are unrealistic. What I'm focused on is learned behavior, something you see over time. That is why I like series, because it starts to develop a character into a person and it constrains the writer into how the character can react. If you violate the spirit of the character, then you soon will find interest in the books will disappear. While the thoughts are inspired by the book, it does not imply the writer intended to inspire the thoughts I have. Coming out for me, the first person I chose was the one that I thought would have the least amount of problems with it, and that was my oldest sister. But I didn't expect her to have a real problem with it. That seemed to be the most smart way to go. The second one, the one that I was preparing for, my mother, that was stressful. I expected the problem with my mother because at the time AIDS was a big deal, and even I was struggling with that fear. I hadn't been with a guy until AIDS was just beginning to become manageable. I'd like to think my mother knew me well enough to know I wouldn't be jumping bed to bed. She still shocked me and wasn't even mentioned. What I thought would be the biggest problem, she just ignored. Still, I was respectful and tried my best not to rub things in. Just being out was enough. We talked if it came up, but I didn't focus on it. While the thoughts are inspired by the book, it does not imply the writer intended to inspire the thoughts I have. The attempt is to start a discussion and get people to think about human behavior from the perspective of the closet. How this might lead to problems that make friends or partners or even business relationships difficult. I can understand why some would dismiss this effort. I find reminders in how the characters behave with memories of my own experiences and then explore that aspect. It's meant to start people to think. It is not meant to imply I am right. If you do not share the ideals with others, then how will you know if you're right? When talking, the focus should be on challenging and exposing your ideals, not in changing other opinions. That would only lead to frustration, since the only person you can change is yourself.